It is raining in LA, and that is super rare. I think the last time feels like was like 5 months ago. We really need it. But when that happens, everything collapses. People don't know how to drive, don't want to drive. Oh my God, it's raining. And all the water runs on top of the streets. There's no really sewage system like in other cities, it seems. It all runs into the ocean. Huge puddles of water. It's kind of fun. I love it. So, perfect time to look at what's out there in the musical world. Let's just have a look and see if there's any new tools for the upcoming summer that we might be able to use. Just my opinion, just browsing through it. All right, my friends, some black tea it is. We're gonna add some milk here and then we can get started. Gotta chill out first. Gotta be comfortable, you know, as they say. All right, I hope I did it right and the Irish don't get offended. All right, guys, so let's go shopping the old way. Let's go look at some stuff. Here it is, Pro Gear, the hottest new gear now available at so-and-so, Sweetwater in this case. I like them. I bought from them before, but I'm in no way associated with them. At least we got something to look at. I would like your comments and your ideas. Maybe you've tried them out. This is just me thinking out loud what would be interesting to me. So if you would like to know and follow my thoughts, it's sort of like a blog. So this is new in 2014 for the summer. We're looking at Fender, not too much new here. They released a lot of stuff last year, so it's still the American Vintage 64 jazz bass and the Vintage Hot Rod 70s jazz bass that I would like to have a go at. They look awesome, and yeah, from the price tag, they should sound great as well. Oops, and I'm banging that camera tripod here. I had to mount it so you guys can see it. Then there's the American Vintage 58P bass. Seems to have a chunky, yeah, it says it sports a satisfyingly chunky maple neck. So I'd like to try that out. Then as always, the Squier basses. I tested a couple of them not too long ago, and I'm surprised at the build quality. Just by what they cost, they go between I know $200 and $400, and you get some pretty solid instruments. So nothing wrong with that, and they got a good amount of endorsers. I put some tea bags here so I can find the pages that I want to talk about. Then there's something pretty new it's by Ned Steinberger, or designed by Ned Steinberger, who made the headless basses, Steinberger basses. I own one of them with a full body and just very heavy neck, and sounds just ridiculously good. So what caught my eye is the CR4 Omni bass. So it's a stand-up bass, electric stand-up with a regular 34-inch scale, so and with 28 frets. So it is like a regular electric bass, and you can wear it like that. It has a passive piezo-based polar pickup system and a set of EMG magnetic pickups and an active preamp, so you can have full access to both rich acoustic bass sound using both pizzicato and bowed playing techniques. That's cool. And modern electric bass tones. I wonder what strings they come with or supposed to come with. And that's about $3,000. And then they have a model with a 41.75-inch scale, which is an upright bass. So that looks really cool for upright bass players. I tried something like this a few years back from a different company, and I immediately get into that, that different playing style. Just by holding it differently, you start playing and thinking differently. So they also have the radius bass guitar, and it's called, let's see, I put a marker here. It's the CR5 and the CR5 fretless and the CR5 radius also, but so it's the same bass here. It's on a different page, and that's fretless, that's headless. And it's supposed to also blend acoustic bass tones with regular electric bass tones. It seems very interesting, seems well made. $2,700. I'd love to see if those basses are coming back. Next thing is, the Gretsch basses, because I'm already on this page. They always look awesome. I think I have to slightly model up from this one. that I just got, and I haven't had a chance to make a video about it. It sounded so cool. It sounds great just unplugged, and when you plug it in, you have those rich low-end tones that work well. So I'm going to test that one out, and this seems to be very similar. They're all not made in the US, I think, to be like, around $1,000. Otherwise they would cost a lot more. Then I think that's about it. If there's anything else that you think is interesting, let me know. I mean, this Ibanez or Ibanez, or however you call them. My first bass was one of those. Was, I think, reminded me of the SR300 series. Very simple playing. It was great. But now Ibanez is coming out with all these elegant, high-end basses, or looking like high-end monsters. This would be too much for me. There's just too much going on. But the woods and, it looks also premium and nice. So I'd like to try those out. Wonder how they compare to Warwick's. They're definitely better priced. And then Music Man. All right, so I had a chance to try out the Classic Saber at Guitar Center last week. And it has those felt mutes right after the bridge. And what it does, it pushes its little, it's like little rubber things that push up, and they dampen the strings, so you get that Motown bass sound, sort of like Bob Babbitt did with putting a sponge underneath the ashtray cover on his Precision bass. It was kind of custom sound back then. I liked it, so that's a great idea. But that's not their new bass. The new bass is also the Classic Stingray, which also has the felt mutes. Now they have a Big Al 5H. So I don't know how I feel about that design. Not into the bongo look. But for $1,800, $1,900 is probably a great bass. And then they have the Ray 34 and the Ray 35, 4-string and a 5-string, Sterling by Music Man. That seems to be like their non-USA made instruments, about $800 or so, $749, $789. Would be a great chance to get into a Music Man sound for a lot less, So I'd like to hear that, maybe as a backup bass or something like that. Sure, it's not the real deal, as many of you will probably say, but that would be interesting to see how they skimped out on quality versus the USA made ones. Gibson has a new Thunderbird 4 bass. Never played one of those, so kind of cool. Go Gibson, why not? Give it a little bit of competition. Epiphone is, I think, they're killing it on their retro line. They have like a vintage 62 violin bass, sort of like a Beatles bass. Paul McCartney is everywhere these days, so I think these basses are definitely coming back. And their sound, here again we're at the CR5 and bass. Let's see, so this is kind of it for me in terms of basses, in terms of bass amps. By the way, you have to try American Ginseng Root Tea. American Ginseng is a different type of ginseng. It's very well respected in China, I have been told. That's what they like to be. If you ever go to China, bring American Ginseng. It's very calming for the nerves. So TC Electronic has a BG250 250 watt amp out. It's a 2x10-inch speakers, and has their, I guess, virtual technology for bass, for the sound. So I'm not sure how I feel about virtual, but it's sort of lightweight and probably great quality. So I haven't tested the TC Electronics yet. They have like these ridiculously small bass amps with with 750 watts and 600 watts. So would be nice to test those out. There's a PV, nothing new there. Let's go back here really quickly. Gillian Kruger has the CX115 super lightweight bass cabinet. That would be cool to see if it has a good sound. Usually cheaper wood when they're that light, but it would be, easier to carry, makes you take them places much easier. Fender, the Rumble series, interesting, bass amps for any occasion. Okay, so it's a low-cost amp. What I'd really like to get into or try out is the Super Bassman HD 300 watt bass head, and then the big cabinet here, or the 115. That would be interesting. Hopefully this is not just a marketing gimmick with the Fender name on it. So test it out. Nothing new on the Ampex side. Here we're going into the iOS devices. Let me know what you found, what you got, and yeah, let's head out to the music stores and try those out. Make some noise over there. All right, bye. Thanks for watching.